Rashid. I am a Tanzanian lawyer, and I've been working with the ICTR and then the mechanism. I think now I'm in my 16th or 17th year. I've worked on the Bagasora case, which is, I think, quite well renowned within the ICTR setting, and now I am the one of the senior trial attorneys in charge of the Felician Kabuga trial that is ongoing as we hold this interview. I think impunity thrives when there is no accountability. The IRMCT, or the mechanism as it's known, as successor to the ICTR, ensured the continuity of the important work of bringing justice to the Rwandan victims. As a result, Felician Kabuga was eventually tracked down and arrested. And today, some 22 years after the first trials at the ICTR, another accused is facing trial for his role in that genocide. In the African context, tracking, arresting, and putting on trial a man like Kabuga is an important message to the leaders on the continent, because it cements the notion that no one is above the law. That although one may commit crimes and find a way to remain a fugitive for years, but eventually they will be arrested and held to account. This could play a deterrent role to those contemplating committing crimes on their own people, as well as give confidence to the African citizenry that there are real consequences awaiting those who participate in mass crimes. The Kabuga case is a key highlight because his crimes took place during the genocide against the Tutsi in 1994. Late September this year, the trial started with OTP's presentation of evidence before the trial chamber. Around the same time, on the 26th of September, we also had the start of the trial against Mahamat Said Abdelkani at the International Criminal Court, the ICC. This case concerns serious crimes against humanity and war crimes committed in the Central African Republic. Coincidentally, the senior trial attorney leading the case is also a Tanzanian lawyer, Ms. Holo Makwaya. There are other ongoing cases at the ICC that concern war crimes and crimes against humanity committed in African states. Some of these include the Abdel Rahman and Yakatom and Gaisona cases of the Central African Republic, Al Hassan case of Mali, as well as the Ongwen case, which awaits the appeal chamber's judgment. Another major highlight is the activities at the Central African Republic, a special criminal court this year. The Special Criminal Court is a new court based in Bangui, the nation's capital, with a mix of national and international judges and staff. The court was established in 2015 to investigate and prosecute serious international crimes committed since 2003 in the Central African Republic. The court's mandate is to investigate and prosecute grave violations of human rights and international humanitarian law committed on the territory of the Central African Republic since the 1st of January 2003, notably the crimes of genocide, crimes against humanity, and war crimes. The first trial at the SCC for war crimes and crimes against humanity started this year in the Central African Republic. The opening of the first trial took place on the April 19th, 2022. And this was a landmark moment to advance justice for victims of serious crimes in the Central African Republic. Additionally, and recently, the prosecutor of the ICC, Mr. Karim Khan, King's Counsel, in August 2022, briefed the Security Council of the United Nations on the situation in Darfur, wherein he called for action to bring those responsible for committing crimes in this region to be held accountable. Similarly, a commission of experts tasked with investigating the human rights situation in Ethiopia has recently had its mandate extended by a year. This investigation is looking at allegations of abuses committed in the context of the war in the Tigray region of Ethiopia. So a lot going on in Africa in regard to international crimes and justice. Well, I think with everything that's happening and the new prosecutor of the ICC putting up, refocusing the crimes that were committed in Darfur and in Sudan, as well as now you've got the hybrid court in the Central African Republic starting trials. The ICC has 3-4 cases lined up as well. So I think all this leads one to be positive in the outlook for the future, and it is hopeful that all these different cases shed a lot of light on the justice and Africa in terms of an international jurisdiction that we're now all involved in, especially with us at the mechanism.